Okay, I am back with another video, as you can tell. And that title should be telling you that this is going to be a good video. This is not going to be no detailed breakdown of his finances or his lifestyle. But it's going to be explaining to you how he's coping with this situation from an estimated point of view. At this point, y'all are long aware that this party is over. And you got to understand, working and doing something for a long period of time and it's being taken from you and you can't do nothing about it is a hell of a thing to deal with. And you live a certain way, you have to learn how to live differently. Now, I know some of y'all say, well, they live like pigs, and yeah, they mess up everything, and they done trash the house, blah, blah, blah. And I got some of you that's probably going to jump in there. So he's rich. Yo, it doesn't matter how much money you got. It's not going to change that what you do for a living, that's pretty much your identity. It's not going to heal that. If anything, it's going to make you worse, because now, since you brought for the people who thinks about the money, where he will go and get him, say, 8 double quarter pounder with cheese, you can't do that no more. And you probably say, well, it's just McDonald's food. Now, I don't know exactly what it costs anymore, but I do know from just the other day, somebody was saying, damn, a quarter pounder is $7 now, bro.
What?
And when I heard that, I said, wow. So if the regular, this plain old single quarter pounder with cheese is $7, the double got to be at least $9 or $10. Well, let's just say for the sake he only buying singles, which we know he's not. If someone like him that likes to get 7, 8 of them things, if he gets 7 of those, and for anyone that knows math, 7 times 7 is 49. That's $50 damn for just burgers for himself. And you think he'll get that? You gotta get your fries. Fries ain't 99 cents. Not even for the small. So if he get an extra large, he gonna need at least 2 or 3 of them fries. And then he gotta get Bridget something, which is gonna be similar to him. But so just for them to go to McDonald's and for one sitting, they're spending over $100. Well, what's $100 when you got millions? See, y'all got to understand. He eating a lot, she eating a lot, them kids eating a lot. Now, I know your boss said, nah, don't do that to the kids. I ain't doing nothing. They doing that to the kids. I guarantee you, it's somebody out here right now. They probably not on my channel watching my videos, but it's someone out here right now. And if you are on my channel and you saw them, I'll be honest. Them kids, especially the son, is eating more than an average sized grown man. And not a little grown man, a man that works a full job. Because if his father eating, from my eyes, and y'all seen it, 4 to 5, no, not 4, 6 to 7, maybe 8 double quarter pounder with cheese. I didn't even know they had that years ago when I first saw him do it. I didn't even know double quarter pounders was out. Because he probably said, well, they've been out for years. And he's been eating them for years. He's the reason I know it. He's the reason I even know it exists. The point I'm making is when you lose your finances and you've been living a certain way, you have to throttle back. Now, where everybody else probably been going on exotic trips and, cruises, things that you could build a great memory off of. They going someplace where the food is top notch. It's all about food with them. They'll go to a steakhouse and get them one of them giant steaks, like they pretty much just put the cow on your plate. The steak dinner is like $400. They'll walk out of there with meals. They up to $2,000 bill. A bill up to $2,000. You can't be doing that when your finances are screwed up. This what comes with the coping. I saw someone put something in my comments on my previous video, which has nothing to do with their finances. I'm just talking about the decline of his career. And they're telling me about his finances. See, let me explain something to you about that, to whoever thinking that, and I'm going to be very brief on that. Them days back many years ago, when he was getting 6 figures a month, those are gone. When he was getting a payroll of maybe anywhere between 200 to 600,000, depends on the month. Those days are gone. Now, if y'all think that he's still getting paid mid and upper 6 figures a month now, then you're confused. Them channels are drying up. All right? They're drying up. I'm not saying that he getting $13 a month. Don't get me wrong. He getting a nice check now. But it's not even half what he used to get back in the day. All right? It's a difference. And who knows if he made wise investments back then. Because when that big money was coming in, I mean, when them checks was huge, and I mean like ridiculous, he had no experience on what to do with that. You got to understand, he came straight out of a trailer park. A broken down trailer park. The one people make fun of level trailer park. He didn't come from some Harvard graduate place where everybody talks about finance. He come from a place where you wrap your money up in a sock and bury it in a can in the ground. Okay? Let's not confuse who he is. What stuff he learned now, I bet you wish he'd have known about it then. Trust me, he wasted a lot of that money in the beginning. Now, again, I'm not saying he broke. I like to believe that he's far from that. But what I am saying is the coping is going to be hard. Some people can't go back to, can't go backwards. Some people, if they got used to living this high up, they can't throttle back down. Some people can't go backwards. Some people who used to eating now and having the best of foods can't go back to regular living. Someone who drive Rolls Royces and Mercedes, they can't go back to a Toyota or a Hyundai or Toyota Prius. They can't go backwards. Now, I don't know him personally, but I know his mind state because he shows it all the time. Because the first sign of coping is you're going to see him do some desperate things. And you're going to see, and your boss, he already been doing desperate things. You ain't seen nothing yet. Like I told you, I'm giving y'all the drop. I'm giving you the lowdown. I don't know when it's coming, but it's going to be very soon. The next step down, you're going to see him start trying to collaborate with someone you never thought he would collaborate with. You're going to start seeing him release grandpa videos I can't believe he put this out. I know he's been putting out some ridiculous grandpa videos that he never wanted to do before, but he got some in there that he looks at every time he in there into his hard drive and say, oh, I hope I never have to release this. He got some footage on grandpa that he tells himself all the time, I hope I never have to release this. He done got it mixed. And he actually hopes more than anything that he never has to release this. He got some footage that he's sitting on and he hope he never have to release this. Because there's no way to title it without defaming the hell out of his father. He got some footage that if you see it, you'll be like, oh my God. All I'm telling you is, I know. And you're going to tell that it's pretty old. Because you know how Grandpa looked towards the end. And you're going to tell that, yeah, this is a little old even for Grandpa when it comes out. He got some stuff and he never was going to release it. Just remember I told y'all. You're going to see some footage and you're going to know, this is really old. But you ain't even going to care about that. You're going to be surprised that he put this out. But anyway, if you made it this far, subscribe, like, and share. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.